Justin Jefferson. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Vikings and the Chiefs, and it comes your way next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they coming off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
First play's a run with Nwangu. It's a rim to maneuver. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Another run now for Nwangu. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've comped it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes, and that'll be incomplete. You look at this defense for the Vikings. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it, and this will remain a scoreless game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Now, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff-worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Up the middle, Nwangu. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Handoff here to Nwangu. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The tackle by Nakobe Dean. They work now on 2nd and 9. On the give is Nwangu. And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Vikings at 5-4 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. That's going to be tough to beat in this one.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Nwangu. And it'll surge forward for about 5 yards down to 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Here's Nwangu. And he loses the football a second time. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumbled, recovered.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Kenny Nwangu. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, as they've got it as we resume action. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams.
There he goes, right side. Now inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tank Bigsby, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On second down, here's Nwangu. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Well, that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Fields. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. They snap it to Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down. And that wasn't easy, but they do wind up converting a 4th and 7 to keep this drive moving. On the run is Nwangu. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Fields now to throw. That's down the field for Jefferson. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Fields. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
That's it. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Brian Asamoah able to record his 5th sack of the season. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Brian Asamoah. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Partner, I think this will run a ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Chris Jones on the stop. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Fields. And this one is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And here we go on 4th down. Fields work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. Throwing again is Fields. He'll get this to Nwangu. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 49-yard line.
Fields. Eluding the pressure right. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run with Urangu, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. Now it's Urangu. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Hands it off out of the gun. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 50. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Ball on the 39. Here's the second down and 4. On play action, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that is incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he's going to miss this one wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Here's Fields. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars if this ball was overthrown.
That is caught. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson with career touchdown number 70. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Joseph on for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So they only needed 3 plays on the... And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go.
And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, Bigsby fights him. Well, he's into the clear. Still on his feet.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Tank Bigsby
with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. KJ Hamler returning it. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good. But there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
And when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Looking to throw on 2nd down, Fields.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
They're going to go. It's Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. To throw is Fields. And he's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Joseph connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
2nd down, here's a run with Bigsby.
And he he stopped immediately there.
And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. With a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Back to the air, Fields on second down.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. They got his man, complete.
Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
A dynamo since the break, 3 third-quarter touchdowns.
And the Vikings are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now here on EA Sports, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Nick Bosa. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Now a 2nd and 2.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
They'll set up a screen for Bigsby. He's got room at the 30.
Unable to corral him. He fights through. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line.
And their first down, Chiefs.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he's got it.
And the Chiefs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Michael Gallup, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. The 4th quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 2nd down, here's Fields. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
They snap it to Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Touchdown!
Tyquan Thornton.
43 yards!
And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. KC's offense ready to take over. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Mahomes going to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Returnable here from the 38. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Fields now to throw. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Joseph on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. And the touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. Well, the Vikings are pointing. They've got it. Minnesota football. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Steps away. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Mahomes will try again on second down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And this is caught. He hits more. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I just to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.